Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're cracking open a spec sheet for some pretty serious commercial AV gear.
We are indeed. This is the tvONE HDMI UTP Extender Kit, model 22111111302.
And it's designed to solve one of the biggest, nightmares for system integrators.
Oh, absolutely. Reliable distribution in huge physical spaces.
Right. So our mission here is to understand the engineering feat behind this. We're talking about pushing uncompromised, high-definition video and audio 500 feet.
That's 152 meters, a really long way for an HDMI signal.
Over a single, pretty cheap network cable. But wait, we've all seen standard Cat6 cables start to drop out at even 100 feet. So what's the specific tech that lets them do this?
The secret sauce is HD-based. It's so much more than just a connector. It's a really powerful digital transmission protocol.
Okay, so what is it actually doing?
Well, the physical connection is that single twisted pair cable. They really want you to use Cat6 for the full 500 feet. But the magic is in how HD-based handles the signal.
It's digital, not analog.
Exactly. It compresses the signal just enough. But, and this is crucial, it aggressively manages noise. It's constantly filtering out electromagnetic interference and signal decay that would just, kill a standard HDMI signal over that kind of distance.
So it's not just boosting the signal, it's actively cleaning it up.
You got it. A very sophisticated cleanup.
And when you look at the performance, the specs are impressive. It supports resolutions like 1920 by 1200, full 1080p at 60 frames a second, all of that across the full 500-foot run.
And it handles the full embedded HDMI audio, too. We're talking lossless formats, Dolby True HD, DTS HD master audio. No compromise on sound.
But there's a catch here, right? A pretty big one for system designers. The kit is HDMI 1.4 compliant. It supports 4K UHD resolution.
Yeah.
But that max distance just plummets at 200 feet, 60 meters. Why such a steep drop-off?
That's a perfect illustration of the data rate cliff. A 4K signal, even with some compression, needs a way higher bandwidth pipe than 1080p.
Just too much data.
Way too much. When you try to shove that much high-speed data across 500 feet of copper, the signal timing issues and the noise, it all becomes insurmountable for a protocol that's trying to stay within a certain cost. You're trading distance for bandwidth.
Okay, makes sense. So perfect video is one thing, but in commercial spaces, think a university lecture hall, a corporate theater, the real fight is control.
Always.
How does this kit make sure you can actually manage the Blu-ray player or computer that's 500 feet away?
This is where it really earns that commercial-grade label. The kit sends bidirectional communication channels right alongside the AV signal.
So what kind of channels are we talking about?
You get a bidirectional RS-232 interface running up to 115,200 bits per second. That's for sending command line instructions, like turning on a projector or switching an input.
And what about the IR control? I saw that's pretty robust, too. It's not just a simple pass-through. It has selectable operating modes.
Yeah.
Why do you need to toggle between 36.7, 38.0, or 56.8 kilohertz?
That flexibility is key. It lets the system perfectly mimic the exact infrared frequencies used by different manufacturers' remotes. A Sony display might use one, a Samsung another.
So it avoids compatibility issues.
Precisely. The ability to instantly manage remote equipment from either end with RS-232 or IR makes this a true commercial solution, not just a fancy cable replacement.
And it's also built for tough environments. The spec sheet mentions improved heat dissipation and better resistance to electronic emissions. Why should you care about that?
Well, picture dozens of these extenders stacked in a server rack. The heat they generate can be a problem, and the radio frequency interference, or EMI, can mess with nearby gear like Wi-Fi access points.
So this hardening means it's a more reliable part of a bigger system.
Exactly. It's designed to be robust and plug and play. The kit comes with everything: transmitter, receiver, power supplies, no complex tuning needed.
So when you put it all together, what does this all mean? This tvONE kit is a masterclass in managing the messy reality of long-distance cable runs. It combines high-integrity video and audio with really comprehensive bidirectional control. It effectively makes distance irrelevant.
It does.
Yeah.
But that raises a really important question for any system designer listening. While this kit conquers distance, it isn't magic. It still takes up space. The receiver is about 5 by 3.5 inches, and it needs power.
A real-world constraint.
So the question is, how do you weigh those constraints, the physical space and the power draw, in an already crowded rack against the massive advantage of that huge transmission distance, especially when you compare it to other, often way more expensive options like fiber? Something to think about in your next system design.